Right now, someone somewhere is living the life you dream about. They have the body you want, the bank account you wish for, the relationship you're praying for. And you know what? While you're sitting there scrolling through their highlight reel, comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 20, you're bleeding. You're bleeding time. You're bleeding energy. You're bleeding the one life you'll ever get to live. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Comparison isn't just stealing your joy, it's murdering your potential. Let me tell you something. You were born as an original. Don't die as a copy. But that's exactly what's happening right now. Every single day, you wake up, and the first thing you do is check how you measure up. You open Instagram, and suddenly, your life feels smaller. You see your old classmate buying a house, and your apartment feels like a cage. You watch someone's vacation photos, and your daily routine feels like prison. And here's what's insane. You're comparing your reality to someone else's illusion. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. You're comparing your struggle to their success without seeing the years of failure that came before it. That person with the perfect body. You don't see the eating disorder they battled, the entrepreneur with the luxury car. You don't see the 3 failed businesses before this one, the couple with the perfect relationship. You don't see the therapy sessions and the hard conversations. You're comparing your full movie to their 2-minute trailer. And while you're busy doing that, while you're busy measuring yourself against everyone else, you know what you're not doing? Growing. You're not building. You're not creating. You're not becoming. Because here's what comparison does. It paralyzes you. It tells you you're too far behind to even start. It whispers that if you're not already at their level, why even try? It convinces you that your journey doesn't matter because someone else is already ahead. Let me hit you with some brutal honesty. Are you ready? The person you're comparing yourself to, they're not thinking about you. They're not worried about you. They're not measuring their success against yours. They're too busy running their own race. But you've made them your measuring stick. You've given them power over your peace. You've let their existence determine your worth. Now, that's not humility. That's not motivation. That's self-destruction. And the worst part? You're comparing yourself to people who are probably comparing themselves to someone else. It's an endless cycle of inadequacy. Everyone's looking at everyone else, and nobody's looking at themselves. You want to know why you feel stuck? Because you can't move forward when you're constantly looking sideways. You want to know why you haven't started that business? Because you're too busy watching someone else's success. You want to know why you haven't transformed your body? Because you're too busy scrolling through fitness models instead of going to the gym. You want to know why you haven't found your purpose? Because you're too busy trying to live someone else's. Comparison is the graveyard where dreams go to die. Every moment you spend measuring yourself against someone else is a moment stolen from building yourself. Every ounce of energy you waste feeling inferior is energy that could have been used to become superior to who you were yesterday. But here's where it gets interesting. Here's where everything changes. The moment you stop comparing yourself to others and start comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, that's when you unlock a power you didn't know you had. Because growth isn't about being better than someone else. Growth is about being better than the person you were last week, last month, last year. Think about it. When you were a kid learning to walk, did you look at other kids running and give up? No. You fell down 1,000 times and got up 1,001. You didn't care that other kids were faster. You just focused on your next step. Somewhere along the way, we lost that. We stopped celebrating our own progress and started measuring it against everyone else's. But imagine if you took all that energy, all that mental space you use for comparison, and redirected it. Imagine if instead of checking how many followers someone else has, you focused on creating better content. Instead of envying someone's relationship, you worked on becoming the person who deserves that kind of love. Instead of wishing you had their success, you studied your own failures and learned from them. That's when magic happens. That's when you start growing. Because here's the secret they don't tell you. Everyone is on a different timeline. The person who succeeded at 25 isn't better than the person who succeeded at 45. They just started earlier, or they had different circumstances, or they got lucky breaks, or a million other variables you can't control. But you know what you can control? Today, this moment, this decision. Let me tell you what happens when you stop comparing. First, you get your time back. All these hours scrolling, stalking, comparing, you get them back. And you can invest them in yourself, in learning, in building, in creating. Second, you get your confidence back. When you're not constantly measuring yourself against others, you stop feeling inadequate. You start seeing your own progress. You start celebrating your own wins, no matter how small. Third, you get your creativity back. Because comparison kills creativity. When you're trying to be like someone else, you can't be yourself. You can't create from your unique perspective. You can't bring your gifts to the world because you're too busy trying to copy someone else's. Fourth, you get your peace back. The anxiety, the jealousy, the feeling of never being enough, it melts away because you're no longer in competition with 7 billion people. You're only in competition with one person, the person you were yesterday. And finally, you get your purpose back. When you stop following someone else's path, you can finally discover your own. When you stop trying to be them, you can finally become you. But here's what you need to understand. Stopping comparison isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. It's a battle you'll fight every single day. Because the world doesn't want you to stop comparing. Social media is designed to make you compare. Advertising is built on making you feel inadequate. Society thrives on keeping you in competition with everyone around you. So you have to be intentional. You have to be ruthless about protecting your mind. You have to unfollow accounts that make you feel less than. You have to stop having conversations that turn into comparison contests. You have to catch yourself when that voice in your head starts measuring your worth against someone else's achievements. So here's what I want you to do right now, today. First, identify one person you constantly compare yourself to. Maybe it's someone on social media. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a family member. Now ask yourself, what am I actually jealous of? Is it their success, their appearance, their lifestyle? Get specific. Second, turn that jealousy into a goal. If you envy their fitness, that's not a reason to feel bad. It's information. It's telling you what you value, so make it your goal. Not to look like them, but to become the healthiest version of you. Third, delete or mute any account that makes you feel inadequate. I don't care if it's your best friend or your favorite celebrity. If looking at their content makes you feel less than, it's poison. Remove it. Fourth, start a daily practice of comparing yourself to yesterday's version. Keep a journal. Write down one way you grew today, one thing you did better than yesterday. Doesn't matter how small, progress is progress. And fifth, remember this, your journey is yours. It doesn't matter if you're slower than them. It doesn't matter if you're taking a different path. It doesn't matter if your success looks different than theirs. What matters is that you're moving. What matters is that you're growing. What matters is that you're becoming more today than you were yesterday. Because at the end of your life, you won't be judged by how you compare to others. You'll be judged by whether you became the fullest expression of yourself. Whether you used your gifts, whether you lived your life, or spent it wishing you had someone else's. Stop comparing. Start growing. Stop looking at them. Start looking at you. The race isn't against them. It's against the clock. And every second you waste comparing is a second you can never get back. Your life is waiting. Your potential is waiting. Your purpose is waiting. But none of it can happen until you stop measuring yourself by someone else's ruler and start writing your own story. So what are you waiting for? Stop watching. Start doing. Stop comparing. Start growing. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs the original you. Now go become that person.